All right, guys. So we're gonna do a double video, and with the first video we're gonna do is C-Jack, and then we're gonna get to Bobby Monsoon. So this video right here is his condolences to Hulk Hogan. It's not that long this time; it's very short. So let's go ahead and get to this video.
Well, y'all, it has officially been reported as of today that Hulk Hogan has passed away. Okay, so we basically got the news today at 71 years old, Hulk Hogan has died. All right, now allegedly the information is that, according to multiple different articles, Hulk Hogan's house, like from his house, there came a call. I think it was yesterday, or maybe it have been today. I don't know, but the call came through basically calling that he had cardiac arrest. Okay, there were some issues with that. I'm assuming they then called the ambulance, and the ambulance took them to a hospital nearby. And then at the hospital overnight or today, I think he did officially, pass away, and they were able to conclude that information. So Hulk Hogan basically died from cardiac arrest. Now, I do remember shortly after Raw on Netflix, I feel like there was some report that came out that his health wasn't great. You could kind of see that at Raw on Netflix. You could just see his body, and then obviously know the fact that, obviously in the 80s, 90s, 70s, everybody, all the big wrestlers and athletes were all pumping, a bunch of different drugs and, that certain thing that rhymes with pain that starts with a C. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I don't want to say, you know what I'm saying, because I don't want to, ruin any guidelines or anything like that. But that booger sugar, as some people will call it.
Look, I'm not going to entertain that because at the end of the day, I don't know if he was on steroids or cocaine or whatever. I just know that this man had a legacy, and the legacy is the fact that he put WWE on the map along with, the rest of the greats. But Vince was definitely part of that, and Hulk Hogan was one of that. So, again, we're not going to talk about drugs, alcohol, and sex and all that other stuff. The main thing I want to do is just focus on his legacy. And he's going to continue talking about that. But again, I just want to let y'all know, anybody that say anything hateful about Hulk Hogan, regardless of what he said in his past or done in his past, it will not be tolerated in the comment box. And I will delete your comment, and I will block you. Okay? So anybody that say anything negative, just know not only I'm going to delete your comment, I'm going to report it. And if you ever say anything disrespectful about Hulk Hogan, I don't care what he said in the past, you will not come on my channel and disrespect. I will put you on monitor, and you will not come on my channel unless I say so. All right? So no disrespect. All right? You don't got nothing nice to say, don't say it at all. All right? So don't come on my platform trying to talk down on an icon like Hulk Hogan, because we ain't got time for that. All right? If you don't got nothing nice to say, don't say it at all. All right? Just want to let y'all know that. But let's continue.
That thing basically was being used by a lot of different wrestlers, so you never know how that could have had a play. All those different substances. But yeah, his health was clearly not in a good spot, and I guess the cardiac arrest just stemmed from other issues maybe he was having at the time. I'm so curious to see what kind of issues this dude was dealing with or whatnot, or what kind of health problems were taking place, because at the end of the day, he is somebody's father. I'm saying, at some point, he's somebody's son, obviously, okay, and he's probably someone's uncle. He's still a person. But obviously, I've seen on X and obviously on Instagram, on here on YouTube, you're probably going to see it. People are actually celebrating his death, and, people are, going out there and being happy that he passed away, because obviously, Hulk Hogan has become a very polarizing and, disliked figure over the heavy mistakes he's made over the last couple decades. But, me personally, today is not a day where we focus on mistakes. You get what I'm saying? We're not here to focus on the mistakes of his past, of his life. I'm just here to report to you guys the fact that he did pass away, and we would be disrespectful and remiss to not acknowledge the fact that Hulk Hogan is one of the most pivotal wrestlers in the history of professional wrestling. He is the one who helped build, helped Vince McMahon build, this industry, this wrestling industry, to a multi-billion-dollar industry. You get what I mean? He had a massive effect on the business and building it into what it is today, and back then, so that other companies could actually make professional wrestling organizations and continue the entertainment medium that we've loved for many years. So I'm not here today to bash anyone. I'm not here to critique anyone. We all have our personal issues with people. You get what I'm saying? I have personal issues with triple fraud. You know what I'm saying? The game. I have personal issues with triple fraud. Like, I'm sure we all have personal feelings about Vince McMahon, right? Not all of us like Vince McMahon off camera, right? Obviously, I'm not going to be like, yeah, man, Vince McMahon's a great guy. I don't know the guy, and obviously off of what he's done, right? Like, no one outside of WWE is actually going to look at this dude and be like, yeah, I love Vince McMahon. But I'm never going to sit here and, like, disrespect the fact of Vince McMahon's legacy in WWE specifically. Like, that dude built WWE to what it was. Without him, we wouldn't have pro wrestling the way that we have it. And so I'm always going to give him the respect for for what he did in the business. Outside of the business, there's the different things there, but that's not what it's about. We're here to balance out, what we feel about people combined with the actual, facts about what we're seeing. So that's just what it is, man. At the end of the day, when someone passes, I'm not here to talk about all of our opinions and the way I feel about people. I'm just here to report to you the information. I'm not using this to try and bash or critique anyone or anything like that. That's not what this is about. This is about a human being who lost their life and who happened to matter a lot to the lineage and the history of professional wrestling. So, that's really all I'm here to do. I'm just here to give you guys that. All the other stuff, the internet can do that. I'm not here to do that. You know what I'm saying? So that's that. But yeah, Hulk Hogan has officially passed away. Again, like I said, I'm very curious to see exactly what, took place, obviously, I'm saying in his heart and in his body. I guess that'll come out in the next few weeks or maybe the next few months if they make it public, what was happening with him on his way out. But, it is crazy to see the last time, that he showed up at Raw on Netflix, man. It's just, that's going to play as the last time that people saw Hulk Hogan publicly at an arena. And, it's just going to be him getting booed out of the building at Raw on Netflix this year. So it's crazy how life is, man. There's so many ebbs and flows. Everything can change in an instant. I'm sure people, who grew up in the 80s and 90s, in the 70s, they're, used to the old brother, you know what I'm saying? Oh, I am a real American, all that stuff. So that's kind of, the generation of some of my older family members and stuff like that. They grew up with Hulk Hogan's, and then it was The Rock and Austin and your Michaels and stuff like that all being in their primes. And that was the, those were the guys that they had, and then obviously we grew up and we had our Cenas, and our Ortons and our Triple H's, and we had Taker and we had Michaels, we had Jericho, we had CM Punk, you know what I'm saying? We had all those dudes. And obviously now the younger generation, they've been blessed with getting Dr. Libations, you know what I'm saying? Dr. Libations and I can't stop thinking about Punk. So you got Drew McIntyre loaded up in there. Obviously, Romano Reigns. Seth Rollins is part of my childhood as well. Same with Roman, obviously, and a couple others. Stardust, But that's the deal with that. These wrestlers all shape the entertainment medium that, we've watched and that we've appreciated for many years. So I would be remiss to not come on here and at least acknowledge the fact that Hulk Hogan's importance to professional wrestling is extremely vital. And without him, there's probably a decent scenario where we wouldn't have wrestling the way we have it, because he was extremely important in the, obviously in those 70s and 80s and 90s, to build the cachet of pro wrestling worldwide and, sell tickets and help Vince McMahon build the brand. So all of the all-time legends, whether you like them or not, they all played a role in building professional wrestling. And I'm just here to report the fact that he did pass away. So, he definitely did leave a, in wrestling, he left a great legacy for himself. But then obviously, off camera, people are, not going to like his legacy, obviously, which it is what it is. So at the end of the day, that's the deal. Hulk Hogan passes away, man. Rest in peace. And that's that. Let me know what you think in the comment sections below. And that's pretty much it, man. I wanted to report that for you guys. And as always, I thank you guys so much for watching. Have a phenomenal day. Peace out. And hug a loved one today, bro. One love.
All right, so the next one, we're going to get to Bobby Masu. He's going to tell everyone his experience with Hulk Hogan, because, of course, he grew up in the era where Hulk Hogan was still around. And he actually was in third grade when Hulk Hogan was in WCW. So I just wanted to get on here and let y'all know that he's in his 40s. So you might look at him like he's in his 20s, but the man is in his 40s. So we're gonna listen to his experience with Hulk Hogan and how he feel about it, and we're gonna go ahead and react to his video. So let's go ahead and get started.
Hulk Hogan! Hulk Hogan, man. Oh, man. This is no intro. It's no gimmicks. This is straight raw. This is going to be a long video. I'm bracing you right now. I'm in distraught. I went live. Y'all see me looking crazy, man. It's just, what the hell, bro? Hulk Hogan passes away, man. And, we're just going to go over all the fallout that's happening and just seeing what people are saying, remembering Hulk Hogan, man. I got the yellow on. We got the red and yellow lights, man. Hogan was so pivotal professional wrestling. It's hard to even put it in words. Hulk Hogan, main event at WrestleMania 1 through 8, if I'm not mistaken. Carried WrestleMania, carried professional wrestling. There's no professional wrestling without Hulk Hogan. This is all of my people that watch pro wrestling. And if you don't, get the fuck out of here. We're not talking to you. If you watch professional wrestling, just how Vince McMahon created this whole world we get to live and talk and enjoy and talk shit about, Hulk Hogan was accountable. He had a big hand. He was pivotal in that also. Words can't describe how important he was to professional wrestling and bringing it to new heights. Without Hulk Hogan, there's no Stone Cold, there's no Rock, there's no John Cena, there's no Roman Reigns, Randy Orton, you name them. Hulk Hogan is a father. He's on every Mount Rushmore. And I just hate that it's just like, man, people got all these negative ass things to say in a time where somebody passes. And I'm going to tell you this. I can't tell people how to feel. Yeah, I understand Hulk Hogan may have said some racial things to rub you the wrong way or not. But just to act like, just to be oblivious to what he contribute to this, to wrestling, then to act like you don't got people like Booker T out here saying, bro, he wasn't racist, he helped me out. I could see if everybody was saying the same thing, but that's not the case. People want to ignore that part. But I'm not focusing on this video about the negative crap that y'all probably want to talk about in the comments. I'm focusing on the legacy of Hulk Hogan. From the 90s of WWF, helping Vince McMahon be the billionaire he is today. That was on Hulk Hogan's back. There's only one man to beat Vince McMahon 83 weeks. His name is Eric Bischoff, and that was on Hulk Hogan's back. Hulkamania will live forever and ever and ever. I'm just distraught, man. My bad if I'm all over the place in this video. I'm going to try my best to edit. I'm just distraught. Y'all got to understand. I'm born in the late 80s. I grew up on Hulk Hogan. Like real rap. My favorite wrestlers was the Rockers. I always say my favorite wrestler of all time is Bret Hart. Hulk Hogan's in my top 5. It's not even any day of the week. Hulk Hogan's on Mount Rushmore any day of the week. When I was a kid, man, I had the Hulk Hogan toys, man. I love that character. I love what he stood up for, man. And to see Hulk Hogan pass unexpectedly is heartbreaking, man. Prayers up for Eric Bischoff, Kevin Nash, anybody who was close to Hogan. You got a lot of posts. We're going to go through them all on social media. A lot of people giving praise. And in this video, we're going to focus on the positive. We're focusing on the positive that Hulk Hogan done. We're celebrating. That's why I started the video happy, man. Because even though I'm sad in the inside that Hulk Hogan is no longer with us, man, I like to focus on the positive and the great things he did do.
I think people forgot, how much he has done for three companies. WWE, WCW, and TNA. I forgot to mention in my video about TNA. Hey, if y'all remember Hulk Hogan in TNA, you will remember when he had Eric Bischoff and Dixie Carter and they were taking over. To me, that was interesting. That was interesting back then. To see Hulk Hogan and Dixie Carter and Eric Bischoff in TNA, and they had everybody locking in with them. They had Main Event Mafia. I think that's, Main Event Mafia. Yeah, I remember them. That was back when they had Booker T. You know what I'm saying? Scott Steiner. We all knew they had Kurt Angle and whatnot, but the fact they had the Hardys join forces with Hulk Hogan and Eric Bischoff is something, So TNA was something else, man. I just hate the fact that all the legends have left. The Hardys is back, but still TNA ain't the same. Without people like Kevin Nash and Christian Cage and of course Samoa Joe and Of course, AJ Styles appeared back, but still, it's like people would never give Hulk Hogan the credit for keeping TNA hype along with Ric Flair, but it's just great to see all those, to look back at those moments and actually relive it. It's just like, yeah, man, just seeing Hulk on television was awesome, including seeing his daughter. Like, people don't even remember his daughter being on TNA, like Brooke Hogan. Like, it's just like, you know, regardless of what the critics have said, man, that storyline with Bubba Ray was something else, man. But it was good to see Brooke Hogan on TNA, and and having a little story around with Bubba Ray. I thought that was dope. Yeah, I thought that was pretty dope. But again, just so many memories from Hulk Hogan is just amazing. So it's great to see him at that time, and just wish his legacy wasn't tarnished by the things that bounced back on him. But hey, a good thing is, we can move on from it. But there's just some people that can't. But we just don't want to be one of those people. So we're gonna continue back with the video, but I just want to share those moments. But yeah, let's continue.
Now I'm gonna go over some messages, some tribute messages that's starting to come out all over X from the legends, Hall of Famers, and current WWE superstars. First, we got The Undertaker. He says, the wrestling world has lost a true legend. His contributions to our business are immeasurable, and for that, I am appreciative. Thank you, Hulk Hogan. We got Paula. He says WWE would not be where it is today without the larger-than-life character that competes in the ring. A few, if any, loomed larger than Terry Hulk Hogan Bollea. He was the archetype of what a superstar is meant to be. I butchered that. A global sensation that inspired millions to work hard at whatever it was they wanted to accomplish, and look at what that made him recognizable to fans around the world. Sorry, I'm flabbergasted. I'm just emotionally wrecked. Hulk Hogan, clad in red and yellow or NWO black and white, was simply put iconic. As a real American or a leader of one of the industry's biggest factions, he transcended and elevated the entire business to heights that had never been seen in every country, in every continent. There was no one like the Hulkster, and there very well may never be another. My family sends their condolences to his family, friends, and fans. Charlotte Flair, she said, when I nearly lost my dad 8 years ago, one of the few people who was there of all of it was Hulk Hogan. My heart breaks for Nick and Brooke. Rest in peace, brother. That was from Charlotte Flair. Ric Flair was distraught. We're going to go over the video of Ric Flair and his reaction. It says, I am absolutely shocked to hear about the passing of my close friend Hulk Hogan. Hulk has been by my side since we started in the wrestling business. An incredible athlete, talent, friend, and father. Our friendship has meant the world to me. He was always there for me, even when I didn't ask for him to be. He was one of the first to visit me when I was in a hospital with 2% chance of living, and he prayed on my bedside. Hulk also lent me money when Reed was sick. Hulkster, no one will ever compare to you. Rest in peace, my friend. Real Mick Foley, he said, I just learned of Hulk Hogan's passing and I'm stunned. I was just talking about him yesterday to an audience about his presence in the WWE. Was the rising tide that lifted all the boats around him. I told Hulk a couple of years ago that I will remember him first and foremost for the time and dedication he showed children from Bush granted organizations. Those kids are much of a part of his legacy, accomplishments in the ring. Rest in peace, Hulk Hogan. Kurt Angle, he says, RP Hulkster, thank you for the opening doors for so many people in the business, including myself. There would not be a Kurt Angle without the American-made Hulk Hogan. My heart and prayers go out to his family. We lost a real icon today. Rey Mysterio, 619 Hulkster, 1953 to 2025. My deepest and sincere condolences to the Bollea family. Deeply saddened for your loss. My prayers are with you. Sergeant Slaughter, Sadness to hear about the passing of Hulk Hogan. I guess God needed an incredible angel. R.I.P. The Miz. When I was a kid, I ate my vitamins. I said my prayers. Hulk Hogan told me to. He was something I looked up to. Larger than a life presence I copied consistently growing up. The voice, flex, and charisma. He made you want to be bold, loud, and confident. R.I.P. Hulk Hogan, man. And man, I agree with The Miz. And the last thing he said, man, I'm not going to lie. If Hulk Hogan came out in the 80s, early 90s, said, man, grab your pistol, eat McDonald's, tear the streets up, I wouldn't be on YouTube right now. I'd be in a horrible place in life. And man, it's just like, you really know when you lose an icon like that, man. I remember he used to tell me, eat my vitamins. I used to eat my vitamins. I used to say my prayers. I still do almost 40. Hulk Hogan will forever be missed. Now you got Ric Flair. He took this horribly, man. He was distraught. He couldn't stop crying. I'm going to put the footage here, man. This is heartbreaking, man.
People always wanted to paint us as enemies, but we were actually very, very close friends. I just talked to Jimmy Hart yesterday, and he was fine. To have this happen is just horrible. Oh, I've gotten it from everybody, man. Won't stop.
Damn. Damn, man. Well, prayers up to Ric Flair, man. Jeez. It's hard, man. These two are the reason why we even watch WWE. Plus TNA and WCW. Let's not forget that. Man. Oh, jeez. But, hey. Yeah. I mean, this is... Say your prayers, man. Like I said, man, everybody that, like I said, love your loved ones, man. Spend time with them as much as you can, because you never know when they're going to leave. You never know when God going to call them. So, yeah, I'm just glad Ric Flair is cancer-free, man. I'm happy that he's, cancer-free. I mean, you can see on the top of his head, he still got that mark. But I ain't gonna show it. But if you see the video, you'll see what I'm talking about. So yeah, it's rough, man. Let's get back to the video.
Now people are asking me, yo, Bobby Monsoon, what happened to Hulk Hogan? I'm hearing a cardiac arrest right now. TMZ News, they dropped the news first. I mean, I got the news from people in my comments. Shout out to people in my comments. Everybody was hitting me up, letting me know that I was in the car, man. We almost banged out, bro. It was just, what? The Hulkster, man. But I'm gonna let you know what TMZ News says. They say the wrestling legend Hulk Hogan has died, 71 years old. TMZ Sports has learned. Medics were dispatched to the WWE Icon's Clearwater, Florida home early Thursday morning, with operators stating that it was regarding a cardiac arrest. The video of the scene outside Hogan's residence shows responders desperately trying to save his life as he was transported into the ambulance. In the clip, several paramedics appeared to be conducting chest compressions as Hogan wheeled to the emergency vehicle. Now they have a video on TikTok. Of course, some fucking asshole was recording the video while Hogan was being carried out, and it's just, I'm not posting that shit. You want to go look for it? Go find it on the internet. I don't like that shit, man. What have we come to, bro? It's just like, we're just desensitized of everything. People pull their phones out for everything. It's just annoying. I'm not from that era. I'm not from the era where you see an icon being carried out of his house and you flip your phone up and record it. Hogan was so pivotal, man. There's no WrestleMania 1 without the Hulkster. He teamed up with Mr. T, set off the global icon we call WrestleMania. But man, decades ago, Hulk Hogan put on WrestleMania 3. Remember, he slammed Andre the Giant in front of everybody. I think it was at the Silver Dome or whatever. Man, in front of thousands and millions at home. WrestleMania 5. Remember him and Macho Man Randy Savage? Macho Man thought he was trying to smash Elizabeth. The Mega Powers explode. WrestleMania 6. Remember WrestleMania 6? Hulk Hogan, the Ultimate Warrior. He put the Warrior over in Toronto. And people shit on that match. I think that's one of the greatest matches of all time. Hulk Hogan was a master at ring psychology. Not one of these people doing gymnastics all the time, flippity flap. We're talking about ring psychology. We're talking about a master working since the 80s. WrestleMania 7. He went against Sergeant Slaughter. Man, that was crazy. WrestleMania 8, one of my best WrestleManias, one of my favorite WrestleManias. He went against Sid Justice, Sid Vicious, whatever he was called. Crazy. WrestleMania 9, this is when people were turning on Hulk Hogan. Y'all can even see it in a documentary, WrestleMania 9. If you've never seen it, I'm going to have the documentary. I'll have the link in my description. Watch that WrestleMania 9 behind the scenes. Hulk Hogan, this is when people started turning on Hulk Hogan. People wanted to put the belt on Bret Hart. They wanted to go into a new generation. And at the last minute, Hogan came in. He was supposed to be a part of a tag team match. They put him in the main event. He did he beat Yokozuna. He had the title. People hated it. But what happened after that? He left WWF, went to WCW, and became one of the greatest baby faces of all time. Became one of the greatest heels of all time. New World Order. Hogan, New World Order. Scott Hall, Kevin Nash, NWO. The group, the faction, along with ECW, that spearheaded WWF, the Attitude Era. Thank Hogan for that as well. Hollywood Hogan came spray painting NWO people back. Man. Then he turns around, he comes back. I'm giving a quick, this is not no documentary, I'm just going off the top of my head. I got my yellow, I got my red, my yellow. I said my prayers, I ate a few vitamins. Now I'm hawking up. Man, then he came back. WrestleMania 18, went against The Rock, Icon versus Icon. The Rock, Dwayne Johnson. He better come out his top floor mansion in Maui and give the proper tribute to Hulk Hogan. He put him over. WrestleMania 18 solidified him. Rock was already bigger than life at that point, to be honest, but still, a cosign from Hulk Hogan like that can't do nothing but propel you to the next level. That's all Hogan did. He propelled people to the next level. Now, I know we're in 2025 and there's artificial intelligence, and a lot of you dudes are perfect. You live perfect lives. You never did anything, right? It's nothing but a bunch of bots going around acting like they live perfect lives. People fuck up. But that's not neither here nor there. Hulk Hogan, a staple of professional wrestling, man. Let me know in the comments what y'all think about that, man. I'm trying to get my thoughts together and stuff, but honestly, this Hulk Hogan news is devastating. Y'all know I'm from that era. Y'all know that Bret Hart is my favorite wrestler, but if anyone asks me, yo, who's your Mount Rushmore? Hulk Hogan is in it 10 times out of 10. Hulk Hogan was he was larger than life, bro. This is my icon. This is, bro. Just if you watch Marvel or if you got super characters, you'll never have them die because the character's gonna live forever. Batman, Superman, bro. Our superheroes was wrestlers. To see them go out like this, man, it just brings me back to heartbreaking times, like when we got the news Owen fell from the rafters. I was in 3rd grade. I couldn't comprehend it. Or maybe recently, like when Bray Wyatt died. That shit hurt, bro. That shit hurt, man. So Hulk Hogan no longer with us, but I'd just like to say thank you, Hulk Hogan, for your contribution. Thank you for all the Hulkamaniacs. Thank you for preaching a good message, man. Seriously. Say your prayers, eat your vitamins, dog. That was the most important message. Believe, my nigga. Believe, dog. I'm not. I'm not. Yeah, I'm just all over the place. My bad, y'all. Let me know in the comments what y'all think about this Hulk Hogan thing, man. We're gonna stay updated with the news. We're gonna stay on top of this. But honestly, I'm not looking to keep talking about this. Like, I'm not gonna be one of the content creators that try to drag this out too long. This is like literally emotional. Like, this is not the best thing for me emotionally to be dealing with, bro. Like, Hulk Hogan was like, my God, it pains me to see him go out like this, man. But I'm gonna just try to stay positive and keep my head on positive. Let me know in the comments what y'all think about this. How do y'all feel about Hulk Hogan? What is your favorite match of Hulk Hogan? What is your favorite memory of Hulk Hogan? How do you feel? Like, do you think Hulk Hogan is a certified candidate in the Mount Rushmore? How did Hulk Hogan change your life? The positive messages, man. Share your best messages about Hulk Hogan. I'm gonna meet y'all in the comments, man. Thank you for everybody who tuned into my live. Who y'all like my therapist, man? Seriously, dog. Cause I had to rant. I couldn't hold it. I didn't give a fuck about lighting or a camera or how the live looked. I didn't fucking comb my beard or nothing, man. So thank you for everyone tuned in and donated. Long live Hulk Hogan. Hulkamania will live forever. It's Bobby Monsoon 215. Like, comment, subscribe. Bow.
Yeah, man. Rest in peace, Hulk Hogan, man. Send my condolences to Nick and Brooke and the rest of the family. And shout out to everybody that, showed love on social media for Hulk Hogan's passing. Y'all get in the comment box and y'all share y'all moments from Hulk Hogan, and we'll go from there. All right. Get in the comment box. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, share if you're new. And I'll catch y'all in the next video, all right? Long live Hulkamania. Hulkamania is running wild. What you gonna do, brother, when Hulk Hogan comes for you, brother? Hulkamania. Yeah. Yeah, recipes, Hulk Hogan. Yeah. Yeah. All right.